Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for another Pick a Card reading. For those of you who might be new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's topic is going to be, when will finances improve? So specifically what I'm going to be doing in this reading is starting off by getting an energy check-in on sort of the overall energy influencing your financial flow at this time. Once we get that energy check-in, I'm going to channel a time frame for you so that you can see maybe when things can shift or improve for your financial flow. And then I'm going to be closing out this reading with any guidance or advice from Spirit with regard to your finances. So quick disclaimer, you guys, I am not a financial advisor, so please just, take this reading with a grain of salt. You guys know your situation better than I do, so this is just really intended to be a reading to help you gain a little bit of self-awareness around some of the maybe like emotional or spiritual themes going on in your life around your finances and your relationship with money. So take it as that, and always make sure that you're making, proper choices and decisions for your personal situation, okay? So also, another disclaimer, this reading is general, so some messages may resonate super specifically with you while others may not. Take whatever resonates with you, leave behind anything that doesn't. The reason that I'm starting off this reading by channeling the energy around your finances and your financial flow at this time is to really help you guys to better pick a pile. So as you get into your card selection and I'm channeling the energy around your finances, if the message isn't resonating with you, then it probably isn't for you and you may need to pick another pile, or there may not be a message for you in this reading, okay? So just keep that in mind as you're viewing today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our deck selection for today's pick a card. So starting here on the left, we have the traditional Rider-Waite tarot with some Bumblebee Jasper. Pile 2, or deck number 2, is going to be the Light Seer's tarot with some Green Aventurine. And deck number 3, we have the Forest of Enchantment tarot with some Pyrite. So I want you guys to go ahead and just take a deep breath. Think about your financial flow. Think about what Spirit wants you to know around this particular area of your life. Go ahead and select the deck or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively guided to. And whenever you are ready, go ahead and make that selection. Use the timestamps down below to fast forward to your reading. Hello there, pile 1. If you all selected the Bumblebee Jasper with the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, let's go ahead and get into your message around your financial flow at this time. So hopefully you guys did, listen to all of my disclaimers and listen to the full intro, but in case you missed it, I'm going to be starting off this reading by channeling the overall energy around your financial flow at this time, just highlighting anything that Spirit's wanting you to know about where you currently stand. Then I'm going to be channeling a time frame for you to see when things may start to improve. And then finally, we will wrap it up with some guidance or advice from Spirit, okay? But I'm not a financial advisor, so please just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't necessarily do what I'm saying verbatim. This is just me interpreting the cards, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So overall energies for you, we start off with Hope, which is the Star card. We have the Heart Chakra, Achievement, and Love. Okay, already looking really positive and open. I'm going to just also shuffle a couple of tarot cards just so we can get some clarifying messages here for you. So for pile number 1, what is the overall energy around their financial flow at this time? One more. Let's go ahead and see. All right. So we have a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. One more. And we have a Two of Wands. Let me set these up here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups reversed. So I feel like you guys are actually in a really, just overall in a really good position with regard to your financial flow. But there are maybe a couple blockages or one particular blockage that could be preventing you from receiving everything that you may want. Or maybe it's something that's like, maybe it's not a blockage, but maybe you guys are feeling a little off kilter right now as it pertains to your finances. With the Six of Cups being here at the bottom of the deck and it's reversed, I feel like there's an energy here of getting into unfamiliar territory. Because when I think of the Six of Cups, this is typically about comforts. This is about the things that we're used to, the things that we've always done, the things that bring us, that feeling of familiarity. And with the Six of Cups reverse is usually kind of the opposite. This is when we're branching out, we're more independent, we're doing things that are a little outside of those comfort zones, okay? Leaving those old kind of traditions behind or those old familiar things behind. And so this could be why you guys are showing up here as a Queen of Pentacles reverse, okay? But overall, what I'm seeing looks really beautiful. It looks really positive. Starting off in the center here, we have the message of hope, okay? So this is the Star card in traditional tarot. But what I'm loving just intuitively reading this, you guys, is the way the palms are open. This is like the way that we can receive from the universe. We have our palms open, facing the sky. We're open to being able to receive gifts from the universe, gifts from spirit. And so I feel like you guys are in a place of being receptive. Like you are open, you are ready, you are willing to receive the financial flow that you want. And I feel like you guys are in this position for a couple of different reasons. Number one, we have the message of achievement here. You've done the work. You will be seeing the fruits of your labor flourish right before your eyes. And a lot of you who are viewing this, I feel like some of you guys may already be in a really good position financially, but maybe you're just striving for more. And even if you're not, maybe if you're going through a time period where things are a little bit tougher for you, this is just a really positive message of reassurance that like you have worked for what you deserve, and just be patient because the fruits of your labor are coming for you. You're going to be rewarded for the hard work that you've put in and the effort you've put in. The second thing that I'm seeing here that's really positive is we have two cards here that really talk about love. They talk about the heart chakra here. We have love. This love is unconditional and free flowing, eternal. So I feel like you guys have this vibe of like, maybe some of you out there are actually doing the type of work that you love. But I also think this is about self-love and self-worth and knowing that you deserve to be rewarded from the highest, right? Like you guys deserve to receive what you've worked hard for. So self-love as well as just doing what you love is certainly coming through. The heart chakra as well, this talks about connection. Father Divine and Mother Earth, make love in your heart. So yeah, like definitely you all must be doing something that you feel really, really passionately about. And I'm wondering here with this Two of Wands, if this is something new or if it's something that you've just recently started exploring. But either way, I feel like you guys are coming across as being really open and really receptive for money, for financial flow. I feel like a lot of you guys right now are starting to explore maybe new ways of getting more money or maybe different ways of getting money than what you've done before, because the Two of Wands really does talk about exploration. It talks about like looking at all of the wide array of options that we have and exploring them, right? Opening ourselves up to new possibilities, maybe starting a new path or embarking on a new journey, again, which is why we have the Six of Cups reversed at the bottom, because you guys are moving into something new, you're wanting something new. So maybe some of you guys are feeling like, you have a good amount of money or you have enough to be comfortable, but we're wanting a little bit more, right? We want more to be more comfortable, or we want to see more success or more ROI for our efforts put in. So this could be like you guys exploring a new job opportunity. Maybe some of you are exploring just alternate ways of generating income, like a side hustle or some sort of passive income, or maybe like stock market, Bitcoin, things like that. Just kind of feels like you're just ready to kind of take the next step when it comes to elevating your finances at this time. So what I want to do next is, now that we've tapped into the overall energy, I want to channel a time frame for you guys so that you can see like when things may improve for you. And again, like not saying that anyone's finances are bad and they have to improve, but we always want to, have a high point in our finances. Even if we're already doing well, it's always nice to get more. So this is going to just kind of tell us when things may start to get even better for you or improve for you. And then we'll close out your reading with a little bit of advice. So I think we'll just keep all the cards here for now. So your time frame is the time frame of Libra season, which is really funny because as I'm recording this video, it is Libra season. So I definitely see improvements coming in for you guys. Like if you're viewing this video at the time that I'm uploading it, with it being in October, it literally is Libra season. It's happening for you very, very soon, in the very near future. This is a timeless reading, so if some of you all are viewing this reading like way later on down the line, then, you know, just look to Libra season to be the time frame where you may see some of the fruits of your labor coming in for you. Okay, so what I want to do next is let's go ahead and channel some advice, and I may pull a couple other tarot cards. We'll see. So your advice, pile one, is the full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. This is good advice, okay? So Pisces is a sign that's it's a water sign, right? It doesn't have a lot of structure to it. It's very like go with the flow. And it's very loving, right? You guys had a lot of these beautiful heart chakra energy going on here. But it's very spiritual, and it's very like sometimes very dreamy, right? And dreams are good. You know, dreams and ideas are great because it gives us things to explore. But what your advice is that you want to also incorporate some tangible actions that you can take, the practical approach. So the earth sign approach. So maybe some of you guys viewing this are earth signs, or maybe you know an earth sign, but think of the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn people in your life, and think about how they might handle their finances, right? Within reason. I'm sure every person's different, right? But the stereotypical the stereotypical archetype of an earth sign would be someone that's very practical and very well planned. So this is about actually taking tangible effort and action toward your goals that you have, not just dreaming. You know, you have to do more than dream. You have to be able to plant those seeds and watch them grow. Let's go ahead and just get maybe like one or two more for you guys. Maybe like one more. Let's see, any additional guidance or advice that pile one should be aware of or implement with regard to their financial flow at this time. Okay, one more. The Two of Cups. Well. And there's the Six of Cups upright this time. That Six of Cups is like really seeming like a very important message for you, pile number one. So you guys, like, I'm wondering if this could be why you guys had all this heart chakra energy around, but because the Two of Cups, of course, is water energy. Again, you have a lot of water energy in your reading. Maybe you're a water sign. But so the advice here, again, we're coming into balance, right? Balance, harmony is coming through. And this could have to do with like an actual partnership in your life. First thing I want to say, kind of tagging on to this message here, this is just echoing like balancing the two facets of self, right? Balancing the two facets of what's going on in finances. So this may not specifically be a person for some of you. This could literally just be talking about like this message here, balancing your spiritual side with your practical side as you make efforts to improve your financial flow. But this is also could for some of you be talking about like a literal person or a partnership. Maybe getting support from someone if you need, or learning just how to meet someone halfway as it pertains to finances. Maybe some of you guys out there are like business owners, or maybe some of you guys out there, you know, have clients or people that you help, and this is the way that you generate income. And with the Two of Cups coming up here, this is about continuing to meet people on that emotional level, making that emotional connection with them, which it seems like you guys may already be incorporating with some of the love message and the heart chakra. But I feel like if you guys are in like a client service type of work, this is about being able to create that connection with your client, that personal connection that really makes them feel really special, really makes them want to come back. You're treating them more like a client than a customer, meaning like you're treating them as someone who is like a valuable person to your business. Like people always feel really special when you know them on a personal level, when they come and like shop in your store, or they come to get your services, versus just treating people as a transaction where it's really impersonal. You don't even know their name, that type of stuff. So that's some advice that I'm seeing here for some of you guys out there. And I also, going back to this 6 of Cups, I definitely feel for some of you there is something around like a partnership, like maybe a romantic relationship or a partnership in your life, or maybe just like something around like the way that you've always done things with a partner. And I definitely think that there's a need here to just continue to collaborate with that person as it pertains to finances and really harmonize, meet them where they are, meet each other halfway so you can find balance with it. Very interesting reading, group 1. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know how this may resonate with you. And yeah, I think that's all. I'm going to close it out there. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Hey there, group 2. If you all selected the green Adventurine and the light Seer's Tarot deck, this will be your reading all about your financial flow, what you need to know about it, when might things improve for you, and we're also going to be tapping into some advice, okay? I'm going to be I almost said messaging. I'm going to be shuffling your deck on camera in just a moment. First, we're going to tap into just like the overall energy influencing your financial flow at this time. So if this doesn't really resonate for you guys, then this may not be your pile. You may want to go and pick a different one, or maybe there's not a message for you in this reading. I did disclaim that in the intro, but I'm just kind of reiterating here. So for pile 2, overall energy around your financial flow at this time, we have the message of transformation. We have trust. Okay. We have shadow work. We have taking out the trash. Okay, interesting. Let's get a couple tarot cards and then I can further elaborate on this message. So for my pile 2 viewers, let's go ahead and see what is the current energy around their financial flow as the energy stands today. Pile 2. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Pentacles. One more. And we have the Queen of Cups coming out. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Very vibrant, vivacious energy. And I do feel that you all are open to receiving. Okay, like even though there's definitely some messages here around like some healing and some self-work that needs to happen around your financial flow or your relationship with money, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I do feel that you guys are open to receiving. Look at how she's got her palm open and she's like, here, I'll take it. Same here with the Queen of Cups. She's got her palms up. She's like, yes, I receive, I take it, right? Like, so I definitely feel like it's not a matter of you guys not being open to receiving the gifts from the universe or receiving more money and abundance flowing your way. We just have a couple things here that are standing out to me that may need to be released or healed. So transformation, this is the Death card in the tarot, and this is telling me that the overall energy around your financial flow at this time is that you guys are going through a change, a big change, a massive change in your life, a transition of sorts. So the Death card, something to keep in mind is that it's slow moving, right? Like this is a transformation that we know is coming, and it's something that can feel a little bit like it's dragging out at times. This isn't something that's just going to be quick, overnight, in the blink of an eye. I've got everything I want. So I feel like the reason that it's moving slowly for you guys is because with the 7 of Pentacles coming up here, you guys have been working really hard on something, but it's still not totally grown into fruition, right? The 7 of Pentacles is telling us that we need a little bit more patience around our ventures. A little bit more patience is needed around the things we're growing, around our finances. And if you guys take a look at this, right, he's planted the seeds and there's deep roots here. So whatever you guys have been working on with your finances is set up for success for the future. You have a stable foundation here, but it's still just a little baby tree, right? So if you guys think of like your finances in this metaphor, you will see that you do still have success here. It may just not be quite as much as what you want so far, and that's because this is going to take a little bit of time. You know, good things don't happen overnight. You know, a lot of times the best things in life, we have to work hard for them. They take time to grow. And I think you guys can at least rest assured that you have built something that will have deep roots, meaning that it's stable for the future. So some shadow work is coming out around your financial flow as well. This says you're worthy of the acknowledgement you seek. It's time to face the illusion telling you otherwise. So even though I was saying you guys are really looking like you're very open to receiving in a lot of these cards, there may still be a little bit of work that needs to be done, some healing that needs to be done around self-worth. There could be something, you know, within you where maybe you're still blocking yourself from being able to fully receive or to see a little bit faster growth in your business ventures or your work. We have taking out the trash as well. There's baggage to handle running from responsibilities or organizing your surroundings. So there's a couple things here. I think, you know, the baggage is talking about is the shadow work, right? Continuing to heal your relationship with money, continuing to heal things from the past. I definitely think that a lot of you guys may have deep emotions around money. I also think you guys are really intuitive as well with the trust, with the third eye chakra coming through. Maybe some of you almost like place your self-worth around money. And when I was saying that, the number 555 showed up on my timer on my phone. So this is like, yeah, this is just reaffirming the message that things are changing for you, because fives have to do with changes, big changes coming your way. So I love some of the advice on this card that's talking about like running from responsibilities, organizing your surroundings, because these are some tips that you guys can implement if it pertains to your situation, just to help you feel like you're more in control of your situation with your money. But y'all are very intuitive and very gifted people in terms of like, you know, your emotions, your intuition, things of that nature. And I definitely see that there is a feeling of trusting in the universe, trusting that things are going to work out. This also has an interesting message. It talks about trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So this is obviously talking about like the universe, spirit, source, however you want to refer to it. But I also feel like this could be a message around like connecting with a higher source of knowledge or someone that's really well educated in your field or well educated to help you solve whatever you're trying to solve around your financial flow at this time too. That could be something some of you guys are working on. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the time frame for you of when things may start to shift and improve with your financial flow. Then we'll tap into some advice before we close it out. So your time frame is the waxing moon, okay? So I would look up online when the next waxing moon phase is going to be, or just when the waxing moon phases will be period throughout like the next few months or so, because I do feel that this is going to be a slow to grow shift in your financial flow, pile two. So I wouldn't even say, I mean, I have no clue what moon phase we're in right now. I think as I'm recording this, we're about to be in a new moon. So yeah, so waxing moon would be coming very soon after the new moons. So I would look and see like when are the new moons? When is it going to phase into waxing? That could be a really prominent time frame where you guys start to see the shift in, you know, your financial flow for the better. I also think that the waxing moon could be metaphorically talking about like the fact that you guys have just started this shift or this transformation, and that more patience is going to be needed until we reach the peak, right? You know, because the waxing, it comes, so the waxing does come right after the new moon. I always get waxing and waning confused, but I'm pretty sure waning is when it's like decreasing from full to new. So yeah, like waxing is when it's still building, right? Just like with that Seven of Pentacles. So I think, again, patience is going to be required here. I think Scorpio season is going to be really important for you guys as well, because you guys have the Death card has connections to Scorpio, and we also have the Queen of Cups here, which is a water sign, Scorpio being a water sign. So I think this season of Scorpio is really important for you from a timing perspective for when you guys can really be deep diving into the shadow work. And that really makes sense because, you know, Scorpio is a sign of, you know, going deep, dealing with our fears, you know, digging up the things that we don't necessarily want to deal with and dealing with them. So let's see what your advice is. We have the gibbous moon. You are very close to achieving your goal. Okay. So gibbous moon, this is when it's almost a full moon. This is when we're almost at the peak point of something. So you guys are, I think, you know, like the shadow work and things like that. I think a lot of you guys may have already been doing this shadow work for a little while now. I feel like you have been working on this for a while. You've been healing your relationship with money for a while, or mending your financial flow for a while. And I feel like this is reassurance that you're almost done with that. We're almost able to kind of close that chapter of our lives out. The gibbous moon also can talk about like things being at a very delicate stage right now. So, you know, with this moon phase, it's like emotions can be running really high around something, which makes a lot of sense with that Queen of Cups too. And so we have to sometimes be really cautious with the way that we're maneuvering. So for some of you, there may be a need to exercise caution around your financial flow at this time, as at the time of you viewing this video, because things might be a little bit delicate or a little bit shaky. And if you make like a risky move, it may not be the right outcome that you want. Okay, so I would just be cautious of that. I'm going to pull one more tarot card for you. So let's see for pile 2, what additional guidance or advice should they know about their financial flow? Let's go ahead and see what we get. We have the Strength card in reverse. Okay, look at this. My intuitive people on pile 2. I think you guys are psychic in this group. You have a lot of psychic messages coming through. But what I see with the Strength card is that there needs to be, you guys need to work on your energy, like your physical energy. I'm wondering sometimes if like this, if finances really stress you guys out sometimes to the point where like you feel really low energy or low vibe, or you feel like you don't have the stamina to do the things you need to do around like building your foundation here. So yeah, I think there's something here around working on your courage, your strength, your confidence. Maybe even being able to control impulses is something for some of you as well, because we have the gibbous moon that's kind of warning us of being too hasty with our decisions. And we've got Strength can also talk about being impatient as well, or being impulsive too. So if you guys tend to make impulsive decisions around your money, this is a time to like not do that. And no judgment. I think, you know, we've all been there, I'm sure. But this is also a message around your patience too, pile number 2. Like, Spirit is wanting you to just be patient. And while you're being patient, work on growing in your self-confidence and your willpower. When I get this card, like some affirmations that I like to say to myself to help me tap into the energy of this card are things like, I have the stamina to achieve my goals. I have the willpower to achieve my goals. I am confident. I am strong. I know exactly what I need to do. I am going to have a great day. Like, say those affirmations to yourselves every morning to really like pep yourself up, hype yourself up. And it'll help you to feel more confident if that's something that you guys are struggling with when it comes to like getting your work done or just managing your finances in general. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there for you, group number 2, but drop me a comment down below. Let me know how the messages resonate with your situation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello there, pile number 3. If you all selected this gorgeous pyrite stone and the Force of Enchantment Tarot, this will be your energy check-in around your finances. Let's go ahead and see sort of the overall energy coming through for you around your finances at this time. We'll take a look at a time frame of when things could get better or improve for you, and then some general advice. So let's go ahead and see. So pile 3. We have victory and success. Wow, that's already starting off on a great foot. We have the heart chakra of compassion. Okay. We have maybe. Okay, we love being vague. And then we have the receiver. Okay. I'm going to pull some tarot cards so we can just enhance this message. So continuing on for pile 3, what is the overall energy around their financial flow at this time? What do they need to know about their finances at this time? Okay, we have the Six of Visions, which is the 6 of Cups. Let's get one more. And we have the 8 of Boons, the 8 of Pentacles. All right. Bottom deck, we have the Seeker of Boons. So you guys definitely seem to have money on the mind right now. I can see that coming through really strong. Especially with the undertone of your guys' reading being the Seeker of Boons, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This talks about like taking those practical measures forward, being planful, being really smart, being cautious even sometimes about how we're planning our finances, going after the things we want in a very practical manner. So I definitely think that you guys are seeking the coin. I think that you guys are, doing the things that you need to do to be successful. So pile 3, what am I seeing? I definitely feel that you guys are working really hard and you are open to receiving from the universe. You're open to receiving the blessings that you want to have in terms of your financial flow. We do have victory and success being highlighted here at the heart of your reading. So I definitely feel like right now you all are in a place of leadership where you're really going after what it is that you want. You're very confident when it comes to your finances and really advocating for yourself. And I see that through this advocacy and being able to sort of celebrate yourself or ask for what you need, you guys are still doing this from a very compassionate place, because this talks about resolving conflicts with compassion. So I'm just like having a vision of you guys like going on a job interview and they're like trying to lowball you on the money, but you guys are able to handle it with grace because you know your worth, and you know that you can trap more flies with honey than vinegar, right? So being kind about it is always going to serve you better. So the 8 of Boons, the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are working really hard. You guys are definitely showing up as being hardworking, being really dedicated to the work that you're doing. And I feel like this is already earning you all a pretty stable source of income coming in. The 6 of Visions, or the 6 of Cups, is making me feel like you guys have probably been in this pretty comfortable phase for a little while now. Because the 6 of Cups typically talks about like our comforts. It talks about the things we're familiar with. You guys may have learned some of your habits around money from like your parents or from your childhood, things like that. But it's kind of cool. This 6 of Visions is also giving me very like fantasy vibes. Like, it's interesting because I do feel that there's some sort of like, what am I trying to say? There's some sort of like creativity or imagination around your finances right now as well. So I don't know if this is you guys like dreaming of like your dream job or your dream income and what that would look like, and really writing that story and keeping that at the forefront of your mind. I don't know. That's just me intuitively reading that card. But there definitely seems to be something magical that you guys might be doing. Maybe you guys are manifesting more money in as well. So with the receiver energy, this talks about enjoying gifts and surprises, comfortable taking what is given, and likes when others take the initiative. So I definitely think that you guys are in a really good place to receive. Like I was mentioning at the beginning of the reading, this group does feel very open to getting the flow that they deserve coming in. And the energy looks pretty balanced. Like I'm not seeing any sort of like hoarding energy where we're like really clutching on to money really too tightly, right? Because sometimes when we're in that energy, it prevents us from really being able to fully receive. But there's also something here. This talks about maybe. It says, we'll keep you on your toes. So some of you all might be doing something that's a little risky right now to try to like get more money. And maybe this is where this dreaming, this fantasy land is coming in. Like, maybe you guys are trying some creative ways to get some different streams of income coming in at this time, but they may not be super stable, you know, because it's keeping you on your toes. But it's like you guys are feeling good about it. You're feeling confident. You're just like, whatever, I'm going to try it. Whatever happens, happens. So let's go ahead and see what time frame Spirit has for you around like when your financial flow could continue to improve. So we have the message of summer. So as I'm uploading this video today, we are in the fall season where I live. It's October. So this feels like a little bit more of a long-term goal. And I think that makes sense, you guys, because you know, the Eight of Pentacles or the Eight of Boons, this is typically when we are still learning something, right? Like we're perfecting our craft. We're perfecting what we're doing. We're not at the Nine of Pentacles yet where we can really fully reap the rewards or have that excess of income or that comfortability of income. So even though you guys are probably stable and comfortable right now, if you're wanting more, like if you're wanting that Nine of Pentacles, that like super financially independent, abundance all around me, I have extras to spend on like my luxury items, I feel like that is going to be coming in for you closer to next summer. Or depending on when you all are watching this, just know that the summer season is being highlighted here for you, okay? So let's get your advice. So we've got the energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon. Interesting. This came up in one of the other readings as well. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of similar themes across the three readings, which is interesting. So waxing moons, you guys, this is like right after the new moon phase. So we know that new moons are about new phases. So waxing moons is when we've just kind of started gaining momentum onto the new phase. So maybe some of you guys are trying new things right now around money and finances, and we need just to give it a little bit of time. It's gaining momentum. You guys are going to get to the full moon. You're going to get to your ultimate achievement, but you want to just continue working really hard and being patient with yourself. This message is really about just continuing to stay focused on your goal. Continuing to stay focused on like the long-term, you know, bullseye that you're trying to hit, and continuing to just work really hard to get there. Let me pull one more tarot card for you all, just so we can get some additional advice. So for my pile 3 viewers, what additional guidance or advice should they know about their financial flow at this time? Advice. We have the Seeker of Challenges, the Knight of Swords. This is about taking action, you guys. This is about going after what you want with a swiftness. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this card right here, the Four of Boons, this is about like hoarding and saving and saving and saving. Because it's coming up in an advice setting, I do think that Spirit is wanting you guys to save. I do think that they're wanting you to put some aside for a rainy day, but don't hoard it, because like you see the energy of these ladies here. Like this is not good energy. It's very closed off. It's like it's very selfish energy in a way. It's okay to be selfish at times, but the problem sometimes with this energy is that like when we're so closed off and we're hoarding it, it just kind of sits there. And we may not always be open to receiving more abundance, or you know, sometimes when money is just sitting in your account and it's just sitting in savings, it's depreciating in value because of the way money works, right? So I think you guys just want to continue the momentum of the new energies that you're doing, the new things you're bringing in. And then the Seeker of Challenges, the Knight of Swords, is just about continuing to go after it. Go after it with a swiftness, but I'm also getting a message around protection because this knight is really suited up, right? And he's here, he's got his confrontational stance, ready to deal with the situation, but he's protected. So just make sure that you guys are staying protected and staying safe with the decisions that you make, but don't be afraid to go after what it is that you want with a swiftness. So let me know, pile 3, how did this reading resonate for you? Drop me a comment down below. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.